Welcome to the Pool Nation Podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John J.J. Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation live podcast. Today, we have a special episode that we're going to share with you here in just a second. Hope you have a great week, and we'll tune in live because we will be streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. So enjoy this podcast episode and take a listen. I don't remember where I was going, and I'm going down the freeway, and all of a sudden, I see a sign on the side of the door that says Jay Breakfield, and I wave, and Jay waves back, and then my daughter's all like, "You just think that you know everybody, Dad. Like, you think you know every pool guy." And I just went, and I slowed down like that, and all of a sudden, Jay and I are parallel on the freeway, and Jay's like, "Hey," and he's messaging me on Instagram, "Was that you that I saw in the car?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then I just turned around to my daughter and I go, "See, I do know Jay." So anyways, awesome. Hey, Michael, if you want to come down to Texas, look, come on down, man. We'll definitely have you down there. We'd love to have you down there. And we're excited to definitely do that. So anyways, congratulations once again. We're looking forward to it. We'll do some lives. We'll do some posts. We'll share about it. We'll kind of get that out of there. And all we can keep saying is just to every pool pro out there, just keep crushing it. Here's Jay, started with service, building. Now he's got retail. He's in every aspect of it. Jeanette just sent me a message to send the details. And this is what I love about Jeanette. We cannot leave Jeanette out. She's awesome. Just such an amazing part of Pool Nation and support. And she shows up at all the events and she's always willing to help. And now I just tell her she's part of the Pool Nation crew because 100%. She truly is. So Jeanette, I know that you're out there. I know that you're listening. Big, huge shout out and thank you. I know that she'll show up to support Jay as well. And everybody else out there. I don't want people to feel like, oh, I didn't call you guys out by name, but she sent me a message here. So it's a big shout out. Anyways, Zach, 18 minutes and we didn't even get to say good morning. How you doing?
That was some good stuff. And I don't know that my good mornings can do all that justice and follow that, but good morning. It's cold here today, if you couldn't tell.
Today we're talking to Eugene Lockman, owner of Prestige Pool and Patio, and he's going to share his journey into the pool business, pool industry, I should say, right? And he's going to be presenting the class, which we changed the name to yesterday, Eugene. Now it is called Chlorine and Cashflow. Lessons learned in the pool service entrepreneurship. I'll jump in and ask you a question. So when you get customer complaints, this one you jumped ahead, you're having your lead go out and inspect and deal with those situations and you're telling that. How do you handle it when you're getting feedback directly from the customers? What do? You get that complaint. How do you handle that and run that down to your team?
I personally, the only time that I get involved with a complaint anymore is when they complain on social media, Google. I don't know why, but if you're going to piss a customer off, every one of them are going to go to Yelp. They're going to put their review on Yelp. And then when you get a good review and they put it on Yelp, Yelp says it's not a credible source. My Yelp rating, I really think my Yelp rating is a 1-star. My Google's like a 4 point, but Yelp, I'm a 1-star. I cannot get off the bottom. I cannot get off of the drain in Yelp.
But I think that's because most people, if they have a problem and they get upset and they're trying to get at you, it's like, what do they do? Yelp is boom.
You want to know why? It's because you haven't activated your $300 worth of free credit from Yelp.
Because I haven't paid Yelp.
You haven't activated your $3 free credit.
Spider, that's when I need the drums.
So maybe you should take advantage of that offer that they're giving you $300 free credit, and you might see that your luck, because I have heard that
my experience, that you've heard.
I have heard that those unrecommended reviews, somehow they get cycled because through the algorithm, it changes over time and they become relevant.
Oh, now they become relevant.
Yeah,
You've heard that.
I've heard that.
I love that. I love how they just blame everything on the algorithm.
It's algorithm. We have no control. We have no control. Really?
You know,
The minute I told you no, right, all of a sudden now I lost like 15 reviews on my page, right?
The algorithm picked up the no on the phone call that you triggered.
Yeah.
You know, I've argued with them. I even had an employee go on there and just, unfortunately, and I'll talk about this in my class, I've had toxic employees. I've had incredible employees that have personal problems with abuse and alcohol and stuff like that, that destroy their work relationship. And nonetheless, talking about Yelp, I've had those employees that go on there and just, oh golly, blow you up. And then you go and tell them, hey, Yelp, this is a conflict of interest. The guy got fired for showing up to work drunk. But then they're like, yep, hey, he feels that way about your company. That's a 1 star. But to answer your question, those don't usually get to me. If they get to me, that's because we've failed. If that gets to me, if somebody goes to social media, we failed. Because customers, man, again, the customers, I know it's a cliche that they're always right. But the reality is I have not really ever met, there's probably a few ones or twos, but I've never really met one that didn't give somebody the chance first. And so if they're getting to my level on social media or Google or whatever, that's because my manager, my lead, somewhere something's broken. And so when I love those, it's going to sound silly. You asked the question. I'm looking at John. I love those because
I'm better looking.
There it is. Because it gives me an opportunity to get really down into the trench, into the nuts and bolts, and I get to go figure out, hey, what's going on? And I like people. My wife sometimes hates it because it'll be 11:30 on a Saturday night or on Christmas Eve, and they're calling me like, hey, my hot tub won't work, or a blessing and a curse. I love people. I love my customers. So I take advantage of it. And when it gets there, I'm usually the guy that's, hey, you know what? I'm going to stop by your house. I want to see. I want to get in there. And usually I can convert that customer back to, hey, we believe you.
I just want to say that was a great question, Edgar, and you stole the words right out of my mouth. So.
Cannonball! There you go. Now we're talking. Today we're talking to Doreen King, a leadership development expert with over 30 years experience and instructor of the Influence and Persuasion class that's going to be held at the Pool Nation Bootcamp in McKinney, Texas. Hey, for all of our listeners out there, so normally we talk about Brianna, we talk about Sienna, we talk about John's kids, Zach's kids, all that. But we've never talked about my nephew, Nathan. And so we brought him into studio today.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
The interesting thing, Zach, is we were telling Doreen that we were going to put Nathan on the podcast. And she's like, he's not going to do it. And he's not going to. And we're like, yeah, he will. And she's like, no, he's not. And then it was like, Nathan, you want to be on the podcast? Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
If I had asked, it would never have happened.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's always different with the parent.
And then it was like, oh, we're going to have you ask questions too. Okay. And so he's just ready to roll. So
he is.
Nathan, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I just came from a day of school. So
yeah. And how was school?
I just sat there and listened in class, took some notes. That's about it.
Not what your mom wants to hear.
Oh, sorry. I learned how to solve world hunger, actually.
Perfect.
Now we're talking. See, I do have to tell everybody. So, Zach, in life, as your kid get older and you have all these nieces and nephews, you'll have one of them that you'll have to put your money on, right? You'll just be like, if there's one that's going to be successful, shoot, it's that one. So my money's on Nathan. So just to give you a heads up.
Mine too.
He's my go-to. I've already gone to Vegas. I had to give a list of all the other nieces and nephews and give stats and all that kind of stuff. And they gave me odds. The odds are in his favor. So I had to do 2-1 , but
and we hope the other ones aren't listening now.
Yeah, don't tell anyone that. Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah, the other ones.
It's a secret, guys.
Yeah, the other ones will be a hard time. So anyways, Doreen, how are you?
I'm great, Edgar. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
We're excited to have you on.
I'm trying to figure out how you got me here.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
It only took us 3 years in the end to get her on here, right?
But I tend to manage to get Doreen to do a lot of things that she never wants to do, and I'm just going to add this to the list. So
it's true.
Although I did trick you this time. I didn't ask you. I had Edgar do it.
She's smart. She knows whenever there's cameras, lights, and action, I run the other direction. I love to train, love to get out there and talk about the things I'm passionate about, but lights will make me run. It's the first thing. But no, I will say I learned everything I learned about influence and persuasion from Leanne. And so we'll talk about that today.
Not true.
Very much true.
So, hey, before we get started, I do need to give some shout outs over here at Jaden's Pools. Today we're talking to Megan Kendrick, owner of the Pool Pro magazine, Dustin Anderson with Precision Pools, and Danielle Barr with the SPPA, owner of the SPPA. They are the winners of the Pool Pro Magazine 30 Under 40 over at the Pool Nation Awards. We're excited to have them here today. Mr. Zacharias, what's going on, brother?
I apparently have some bad mojo going on lately.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, I used to have this black bracelet, and it was Black Onyx, and it had my kid's name on it, and they got it for me about 2 years ago on Father's Day. And Black Onyx is supposed to help you with stress and calming, and not to be superstitious, but this thing, I think it really worked, and it broke recently. And I started realizing, I've talked about the whole lightning strike and the dryer breaking and all of this, and my bracelet broke right before all of that. But the weird thing is, it keeps continuing. And so yesterday we found out we have to remove a tree at our rental property, which is not going to be very fun and cost effective. And then last night, in the middle of the night, our oven started beeping randomly, and I hopped out of bed and I stepped on a dog toy and rolled my ankle. And I went down hard, and I was yelling and cussing, and Leslie jumped out of bed. What's going on? And I'm like, just go figure out what that beeping is. And so today I'm limping around, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Everything bad has been happening since
Wait,
I
you're not insured with me, right?
All I'm thinking.
But I'm going to call you later. I'm going to get it going.
Let's get that bracelet back and then give me a call.
Dustin, all I'm thinking through the whole time that he's talking about all that is, can I have the video of that? Do you have video footage of the inside of your house, you falling over?
Dude, it was bad. It was a squeaky toy, and I went down hard.
Do I need to buy you a new bracelet? Like, where's this bracelet? Can we get it back on?
Why didn't you put it in your pocket?
I need to. I repaired it, and then it broke again. So I don't know if that's just part of my bad omens that I have going on or what.
Put it in your pocket, my friend, and that'll solve your problem right there.
Maybe. Does it need like skin contact though to work?
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Megan.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to be back.
We're excited to have you.
Normally I'm remote like Edgar, or not Edgar, like Zach. So it's exciting to be actually in the studio this time.
And it's kind of neat that you're so close by that you could be like, hey, Megan, come on down.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a little break too from the husband. And we love Aaron, but a little break.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't have to get on a plane, just drive down. Yeah. It's pretty good. I like it.
We're excited to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today. Dustin, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me in, and this is impressive. It's very cool.
I appreciate that. Danielle, before I get your good mornings, I'm going to give a couple shout outs out here. Jeanette's out here. Jeanette, I don't know if you saw my post. I sent you that post. I was at the Texas Pool Supply. And of course, I walk in, and who is there a picture of? Jeanette with your magazine on there.
Oh, man. I need a picture of the picture.
I have it. I'll send you.
I want to see it.
I sent her one, me pointing at it and stuff like that. And so, of course, I was talking to Trey, and Trey was all mad because she's a little bit further. There's some news that we could talk about. I don't know if we could talk about it, Jeanette, but anyways, she's going to be buying from that other Texas Pool Supply for a really good reason. And so Trey was mad going, that's not going anywhere. That's staying here. So I'm like, I can't take it. It was like, no.
I love it when I see people like, I don't know, see Pool Pro in the wild. And it's really fun when people get excited about that, or other people are excited for them and embarrassed.
Today we're talking to Leanne De Jesus, and we're talking about understanding the hiring process. We're going to talk a little bit about the class that she's going to be doing at the Heritage Pool Nation Bootcamp, March 1st and 2nd. Janie's in the studio with us. Janie, that's what the rain sounded like the other day.
Oh, clanking on the roof?
Yeah.
I'm just worried. It took you like 3 years to get this intro finally down, and now we changed it.
And I botched it.
No, it's understandable, right? We're just going to try to figure out how long it's going to take for you to perfect it again.
Probably another 3 years.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah.
We'll
Listen, as long as we know it's only going to be 3
baby.
years, then
Baby
we're
steps.
good, right?
Yeah. No, we're moving up with goals. It's going to be part of the class little. We're moving the 24-month goal now.
So anyways, I want to give some shout outs out here. Jeanette, thank you for jumping on. We're going to have a lot of people that are going to be going online going, what the heck is going on? Why are these guys on at this time of the day? And John and Zach are out here in Texas, and we've got a crazy busy couple days, right? So today we did a photo shoot, which we posted on Instagram. We saw that. We made John get out of his comfort zone a little bit.
Yeah, I'm already, you call it a photo shoot. And I'm already, a photo shoot already makes me feel a little uncomfortable. Right there. Yeah, we took some pictures. We needed some well overdue pictures. Yeah, because we've been using the same pictures that we took for, I don't know, it's been like over 3 years. So he said, it's time to update our profile pictures. This was the one I had, and that's what I said. I had the old school one on.
But we had an extra shirt.
You didn't tell me till after we were done that you had it.
So we just botched up that whole photo shoot?
We did.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe we didn't catch that.
Yeah. I even made a comment. I said, I wish I had my other shirt. It's okay. I'm always the oddball anyways.
You sure?
100%.
Man, either that or I'm getting old. You didn't catch it, Janie. Like, Janie's normally good at keeping me in check, and she'll call me out. Like, she'll come over to, like, dude, you're doing... He was wearing the OG.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's right. I missed a memo.
Yeah. Anyways, at least when we got the photo shoot, there was one picture that the girl took, and she caught it, and she's like, oh, we can't use that picture, Edgar. And I'm like, why not? She goes, because we're missing the L out of the back of your logo. It just says poo. We can't use that one. And I'm like, funny. Oh, good one, Victoria. That's a good catch. Because I go, out of the three of us, I'm the one that always takes the heat. So can you imagine me with a shirt that says poo on it?
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect.
Oh, I'll never hear the end of it. I'll never hear the end of it. Anyways, Mr. Zacharias, good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing much better than I was like an hour ago. I am a little tired. We just ate and ran up here, and I think my food's digesting right now. So,
yeah. I must be a terrible driver because all three of you in the back were sick. And I'm trying to think, it was an hour traffic, which normally it's 28 minutes. So I wasn't going in and out.
I think it was like the traffic stopping, and then it would move, and then stopping, all that.
Well, was I like going fast and slow?
It might have been. It might have been. I'm going to pay attention to it now because I want to make sure it never happens again so that I can call it out. But I wasn't paying attention. I was just in La La Land in the back on the phone like I always am.
That contributes to car sickness, by the way.
It does. But when I was feeling a little off, I usually put it down and I can recover. But no.
But you never get car sick on your phone.
Never, ever get car sick. I'm usually really good about it. Only time I get car sick at home is when Mama's driving because she drives like a bat out of hell.
and then in the TRX.
Yeah. But I usually never get car sick. But this time I was like at the point where you get that, you start to salivate and you get that. And I was like, oh my God, dude. If I would have eaten within an hour or if I was like full, it would have been over. And then, of course, and again, this is, I guess, me coming from California, and I don't know, I roll down the window because I want to get some fresh air, and it's just like exhaust from hell.
It was bad. Dude, it was really bad.
And my eyes were burning from like the exhaust fumes, and I'm just like,
and you got to roll it up because it's worse.
Yeah, and it's making me sicker.
Saying California has fresh air?
No, it doesn't. But I don't remember. Maybe everything was heightened because of...
It's all the smog in California. They make you do all the smog out here and just burn it all.
No, you know what it is? Because it was all the traffic. And where we live, there's no traffic. There is zero traffic where we live. And if there's more than like 4 or 5 cars in front of you, then we're like, oh my God, where are all these people coming from? I grew up in LA and I know what traffic is about. But I don't remember the smell of the smog and all that. But I think that's what it was. It's just because in traffic, you roll the window down and you're smelling all that. And then you're not feeling well and it's all bad. I was being a big baby today.
Yeah. Matt is saying over here that you are being a big baby. Matt, you're getting old, Johnny boy.
I am, Matty.
The story.
Yeah.
So, hey, big shout out to our boy, Corey Holland. Corey, 14-hour podcast coming. Hey. At least that's shorter than his little late thing.
Am I ranting right now? Is that what everybody's saying?
He's making fun of us because we always go on forever on the podcast. It's a 14-hour. But did you see that he created a little pond in front of his house? And so he put the hose in. And it's like, it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, is that the 14-year pond that he's been building for 14 years? Is that the same one?
That's the one,
that we learned about 10 years ago or something like that it was going to be done? Oh, okay, Corey.
You know what? We'll finish our podcast when you finish your pond there, buddy. Yeah. So I'm going to throw it to Leanne, John, because we've been talking for God knows
you think,
what.
Right?
Like
how rude
minutes,
of us.
And we're just so... Leanne, how are you?
I'm used to it.
Right.
I'm good.
Wow, just right off the bat, right?
Listen, I'm not a guest here, okay? I'm with you guys all the time.
That's true. Your family.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Wow. So that's it? That's all you have is you're just doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm glad to see John and Janie back in town. It's been a really long time. So we got to the point where you guys were here quite a bit and it felt like you lived here and then all of a sudden you didn't. So somehow I feel like you broke up with us and you laughed down and we didn't get the Dear John letter. So that was unfortunate. So it's nice to have them back in town.
They didn't even send a breakup text. Just after the awards, they were just gone and that's
ghosted
it.
you.
That was the other thing. I was saying on the way up here, I'm like, man, I saw you guys at the awards, and we still didn't have time to talk because there was so much going on.
It's literally been 8 weeks, and we're acting like it's 2 years.
It feels
right?
like years ago.
It does
feel
though.
like a
8
long
weeks
time
is
ago.
2 years.
Yeah.
Janie and I were doing the same thing. We're going, oh my God, it's been such forever since we've been out there. So I get it. We feel the same exact way, and we're glad to be home.
Yeah. It's nice to have you guys back. Now,
I'm sure they got excited to get in the back of my truck and make him car sick all the way over here.
I don't think. I told you I'm going to ride in the back of the pickup.
so our gift to you is that it's not freezing here anymore. We were literally in the freezing temperatures. So
Yeah.
that's our only gift we can give you at this point.
Yeah. Hey, Pete the Pool Boy is on. Pete the Pool Guy. I got a tongue
Boy.
twister today because it's 7 o'clock at night. And,
It is.
And you didn't buy me coffee. I said,
And you
let's
haven't
get
had
coffee.
a cappuccino in a while.
I know. It's been
Yeah.
since what, like 3:30? So
Yeah.
that's not good. So
He knows exactly to the minute when he had his last cappuccino.
It was actually
that's kind of scary.
It
dude.
was 3:32, but I didn't
Yeah.
want to bring that up. So, anyways. So, Leanne, can you tell us a little bit about, without spilling all the tea, right? Because we obviously want people to come to take the class. Can you tell us about the class that you're going to be teaching at the Bootcamp?
Yes. So there's so much has happened in the world of just having a business or working at a business in the last few years. With that changes how your recruiting and hiring processes and what works and what doesn't. And we learned about the Great Resignation and we got through that. Thank goodness. I think everybody came out of that. I don't want to say unscathed, but we're pretty scathed. And just talking through what you look for and how you do your business when it comes to getting the right people, focusing on what your business needs are and how you meet those business needs in your hiring process, how you can get people that are going to complement your vision and your outstanding goals that you have for your company, really what to watch out for, what not to do as well. There's a lot of watch outs and what not to do. And I think it doesn't matter if you're a pool company that's just hiring your first few pool guys out there, or if you are a big company and you're hiring pool people and or leaders, managers, whatever it is, it's all going to be very applicable. So it should apply to just about everybody.
Were you going to say something?
I'm hoping to see a lot of familiar faces there because it seems like this is one of the number one.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
We have visitors in studio, so we're just throwing it off here real quick. So I was trying to catch and see if Janie was going to catch me in my screw up.
Look how beautiful and comfortable she looks just sitting there, like total pro.
But she needs her blanket. You did not bring her blanket, so shame on you. So
I believe you failed as well.
Wow. Jeez, right off the bat. This is just not going to go well for me.
You
know what?
You asked me to give her a mic.
Yeah. People, let's get back on track here, okay? Yeah. Today we're talking to Omar Placencia. We're talking to Todd Pieri with Aquastar Pool Products. We got some great stories we're going to start with this morning of how yesterday morning started his trip out here in Texas. But before we do that, we want to thank you guys for your continued support.
Mama, good morning.
I was just going to say, yeah. So everybody that's listening to the podcast today, we have Janie off camera on the sofa, and we mic'd her up and we turned on her mic because she keeps us in check. And just to let you know, we've added a new feature to our podcast. Whatever you're saying that it's not good, she will actually boo you from the chair over there. So
we can hear
I absolutely will.
And before she would just be like, no mic, right? Boo. And now she's mic'd up like boo. So Janie, can you give us a boo?
Boo.
There you go. So
what I want to know is why is the best looking person in the room not on camera?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm incognito over here, and I am perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. You know, let's trade seats. Todd, go take the chair over there.
No problem.
Hey, I just wanted you to know, Janie, that right off the bat, Cannonball Pool Company is going, Janie got a mic. She's mic'd up. So people are recognizing you over here.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. So big shout out to you. Our boy Pool NB, and then someone is in the room behind Edgar. That's our boy Spider, right? Spider, peace out right there. That's right.
There's also Steve Harvey, but you can't see his head.
Yeah, you can't see Steve back there. He's helping us with this podcast today. So that's our big boy Pool NB. Kelly and Bobby's on here. Kelly, Bobby, big shout out to you guys. You know what? I need to talk to Kelly. I haven't talked to her in a while. Get an update of how they're doing. So, hey, before we go over to the Omar, North Bay Water Services is going any boot camp scheduled at the Western Show. Wow,
yes.
We've done a bad job.
We have. And we were talking about this, and it's like, dude, every live, every chance we get, but it just kind of gets lost in translation, or it just gets lost. Or, you know what I really think is? Nobody listens to you. Because you're the one who goes through the housekeeping every single intro, right?
Yeah.
Every time we do a live, every time we do anything, you go through a laundry list of our events.
The housekeeping notes.
I think as soon as they hear you, they just mute it out. And they don't even pay attention.
Because when I say housekeeping notes, everybody probably just goes, oh, here's the part where they just talk about all their crap.
Yeah, they're going to call them something different, something exciting.
Something, or we have to change it up.
Like what, Spider?
I don't know. Not church announcements, because those are boring too, but that's the same thing.
So,
or maybe we got to mix it up and maybe insert a little bit mid-podcast, or maybe during the middle of the podcast, talk about the events or something like that.
You know what?
You got to do one of those, like one of those keywords. So if somebody hears it, you insert that keyword as you're rattling off all that housekeeping stuff, and then you ask what the keyword is, and whoever gets it, then gets something for it. That's usually what.
Yeah. We got to, but we can't do it towards the middle.
We're failing, obviously.
We start like rattling. And how many times do we not do an Instagram Live? And then we're like at 45 minutes in, oops, we forgot to talk about the housekeeping notes. So,
I mean, I don't blame them because when you talk, I zone out too.
Yeah,
so
we're way too early into this game
Yeah.
for your audience to have selective listening already.
Yeah.
Way too early.
I do. I zone him out. I'm like, oh,
yeah. Anyways, first response is saying upcoming events works. Coastal Cactus Pools is going remind everybody at the end. So maybe at the beginning and the end, right? So maybe we'll do that. But I like what Omar said. I go, I don't know, maybe we do a little giveaway in the middle of the upcoming events.
Yeah.
And then whatever that word is, they have
pumps
to...
or filters
See, Omar?
or ozone or boxes.
Omar.
You know.
Get ready, Todd.
Just stop saying stuff. Yeah, I got you. You know what?
So how many boxes is that, Omar, that we're giving out?
No. I made it through that first wave without getting in trouble.
You're not
off on it, so I'm done.
You're not going to push the button?
Not this time.
So,
But
The GL account is set up for
Right.
6150.
Nice.
6150. It's on the P&L. It just says Edgar.
why do I freaking take the heat on? He's giving the stuff away like crazy, but somehow the P&L name is under Edgar.
It's always your fault. It's always your fault.
I get crap from everybody. I get all the haters, and then he's giving stuff away, and I get blamed for it.
Yep. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Accept it. Be one with it.
Be one with it?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan? Be one with it? All right.
That's good feedback, and I'm glad you guys are telling us that.
Yeah.
We were talking about it just recently. We were talking about it yesterday, too, is how do we, because it's not like we're not talking about it. We're just not doing a good enough job landing the message.
Yeah. And you know what happens to us, too? So if you know us, we're bad salespeople. We're really bad at it. So I think just because it's all the different events and stuff like that, we don't give it as much. So we'll change that.
We're bad at talking about ourselves.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
And what we're doing, for sure.
Yeah. Every time somebody gives me a compliment now, Janie's sitting right here on my shoulder, smacking the back of my head, going, say something. Don't look like an idiot. Say something. So thank you, Janie. You've scarred me for life.
You're very welcome.
So, yes, Ed is saying that Edgar is the redheaded stepchild, and that's absolutely the truth. So Kevin's on here. Good morning, everybody out there. So, Omar, we're 15 minutes into this podcast. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Appreciate you coming out here.
Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, it's exciting. It's an honor getting in front of the cameras and stuff like that, being a part of what you guys have established in a short amount of time. Thank you guys.
I appreciate
Look at that picture.
I know. How'd you like that picture back there? Huh?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's weird walking into a room and seeing your picture up on the screen, but you get used to it pretty quick. So I like it.
For everybody listening, normally when we have people that come into the podcast, we take them over to the studio, we take some pictures, we create the collateral that we use. And so there's a big TV. Good morning, everyone. I'm Edgar, your host. I am really a little nervous today, Zach. Our whole intro has had me nervous because we have so many people in studio and I got so many names and I'm afraid that I'm going to botch it, but I'm going to give it a shot. You ready? And we have a special co-host today. And actually, I said co-host, but he doesn't know yet. I'm about to let him know that he's actually going to host the podcast. We have a special guest, Ted Lawrence, is coming in to join us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Edgar. It's really nice to be hosting this today. I got a 10-minute notification. I do want to know if I'm going to have a moniker when this is all over. Everyone's got the cannonball, the fastest netter in the West. So maybe after this, we can assign a moniker of some sort.
I'm not going to lie. I was trying to come up with one last night for you, but we'll have to have one for you for sure.
All right. That's good.
So today we're talking to Angelo, we're talking to Nicole, Michael, and Gina with Academy Pool Supply out from Riverside, California.
Retailer of the year.
Having us.
Pool Nation's Retailer of the Year.
And they are the Retailer of the Year for 2023 at the Pool Nation Awards. And super excited to have you guys here. So, and Ted, good morning. Ted had a little bit of a bender himself yesterday. Getting here, right?
One direct flight with 2 small diversions. That's all. I basically did a tour of Texas yesterday to get here, but we're here. That's it.
But when Benny was coming over for the boot camp, there was all this bad weather, and poor Benny ended up in, what is it, Spatter? Is it Abilene, Texas? And he was on the tarmac for like 2 hours and 45 minutes before he was able to make it in. So, Angelo, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing?
Oh, pretty good. It's good to be here at the Lone Star State. My first time here.
Oh,
yeah. Nice weather.
So, is it true everything's bigger in Texas?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially the ribs.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Had to take him down to some good barbecue. So, Nicole, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Edgar. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great to have you.
Thank you for the tour yesterday.
Yeah.
I felt like I explored all of Texas.
There you go.
Took us everywhere.
How's your baby doing back home?
Baby Cleo?
Yes, baby Cleo. Yes.
She's doing so good. My parents are taking care of her.
Uh-huh.
I hope they fed her. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah.
But she has her nuts under her blanket, so she's set.
Yeah.
Nice.
So tell everybody what Cleo is, because some people are going to be going, wait a second, a baby
Yeah.
Cleo, nuts under the what?
So about a year ago, it's going to be a year ago next week, I rescued a baby squirrel. I went camping with my family, and then we saw it at the bottom of a tree. It was already like bugs getting on it, and I felt super bad to leave it alone. So my brothers were like, oh, take it home, take it home. I'm like, I honestly really don't think I could take care of it. It had his eyes closed. It was like barely 3 weeks old. I had looked it up. So I ended up taking it home. It was hard because she was barely eating, and I was just like worrying if she was going to make it or not. The next day, I kept her really warm. I was looking if her body temperature was like the same as like the outside temperature. She wasn't going to eat. She wasn't going to have the energy to eat. So I had fed her and then kept her warm, and then she was eating, and then she was progressing. The following week, her eyes opened. So I was the first thing she saw. And so she recognizes me by my scent. So
It's like a baby chicken, right? Or a baby, this is not a chicken, a little peep. When they first come out of the shell, you're their parent.
First thing.
And by the way, leave it up to a brother to be like, oh, take the squirrel home. Yeah,
right?
fine. Yeah,
I was
all
like,
good.
you want me to take it home, but leave me with all the
that's right.
responsibility.
That's it.
Typical brother.
Right?
That's it. It's hilarious.
So you do need to give some updates, because like I used to watch incessantly all your Instagram posts and stuff like that with baby Cleo growing up. So awesome.
She became a mascot for the store for a little bit.
That is
She
true.
come in for 6 months, and a lot of customers look.
Yeah, so the first couple of weeks and the first couple of months, I had to feed her like every 2 to 3 hours. So it was literally like having a baby.
Yeah.
So she woke up at that time, ate, and then she would go back to bed. And then during that time, she really wanted to be with someone, knowing that she wasn't alone. So we all took turns holding her for like about an hour, like, okay, I'll have her here, and then pass it on to the next person. So we all held her.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
And then even customers would come in and like, oh, how's Cleo doing? Or they would come to the back. They're like, oh my gosh, she's getting so big, because they would see her when she was just like a baby, and now she's like jumping all over the cage, but she just grown too much. Like it was just too much to have her at the store.
We just have to get her testing water, and
Right?
it'll be good. Yeah.
Just throw an academy shirt on
It'll be
her,
good,
you know?
yeah.
It'll be good.
You know what you need to do is you need to get a little BioLab jacket, custom
Maybe.
made for her,
Oh,
right?
yes.
A little BioGuard logo on there.
logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
I'll send you her size.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Get some measurements.
Yeah.
There you go. We just came up with the new mascot for
Why not?
BioGuard.
There
right
you
here.
go.
So,
She's ready.
She's ready. Michael, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great to have you out here.
Thank you for taking us to Buc-ee's. That was really cool. Seeing
Yeah.
that store. A lot of people who haven't been. It's like you said, it's a gas station on steroids. So you go inside, there's gourmet barbecue sandwiches, a place to eat beef jerky. You can buy pool toys. There was goggles, clothes. So it was amazing to see that. So
Where's your Bucky swag? You
So I
got
actually
some
bought my
shirts?
son and then my nephew
All right.
some Bucky shirts.
Yeah,
But-
nice.
He did end up doing the usual thing where you walk in and you spend, $100,
Yeah, that's
walking
right.
out of the
Yeah, it was easy
Buc-ee's.
to.
It's like,
Have to,
it's
yeah.
crazy. But you guys were great sports. It was just like, let's go. And they're like, let's go. There was
Are
not
you guys
once
tired?
that they said no.
Yeah.
The whole night was, are you guys tired? We're like, what's next?
I know. Where are we going?
So Gina, good
Yes.
morning. How are
Hello,
you?
Good morning. Yeah. Thank you for having us.
No problem. Thanks for coming out. So you've been to Texas, but it
Couple
was a
times
short
already.
trip.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few days. My husband and I came a couple of years ago to the Cowboys when they played the Raiders on Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So we stayed out here for 3 days, and that's his favorite team. So go Cowboys. So it was fun. And then toured Dallas downtown. Didn't do what we did last night, though. So thank you. That was fun.
You got a
he's
special
a
tour.
bit jealous, too. Yeah.
Right.
He said, he goes, I'm a tad jealous. But you know what? We'll have to come back and do it, him and I. And then Mike and I, we came to Grapevine for the Retail Summit.
Uh-huh.
So this is actually my 3rd time here. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome to Dallas. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far.
Oh, yeah.
It's been fun. Yeah.
It's awesome. Other than the weather, Ted, because the weather's just been
I think the weather's the same in California, right?
Yes,
It's been
yeah.
cool
It was
and
raining,
raining.
yeah.
So it's all good.
Absolutely.
I follow a lot of different pool companies, both on Facebook and Instagram. And by far, yours is always at the top of the feed. Like, maybe you're boosting these posts. I don't know. But I see these other pool companies and they'll post a product or they'll post a shot of their building or they'll say, hey, it's St. Patrick's Day, come into the store. But you guys don't do that. Like, Nicole, I think you're running the social media game, if I'm not mistaken there.
Yeah.
Maybe walk us through, you came in 4 years ago. What did you do on the social media side that's kind of moving the needle?
So just basically staying active, always having like different posts. I know some people get tired of seeing the same thing or like just like an advertisement. And we love making videos on social media. If it's like advertising the product or like we're going to be here live doing the podcast, or if we're going to be somewhere like at the BioGuard event. We love making those videos because our followers get to see like our personality through the video. And then when they come in, they receive the same energy too. So we try to do like videos like that, or like explaining a product, or like a little silly boomerang, something cute with the technicians or stuff like that. Just trying to always be different on social media. I think that really grabs people's attention.
I think that it's always, you're thinking differently, right? I think as traditional marketing goes, you always like, no, I have to promote a product. And no, I can't show me and my family or us on vacation or whatever else. But I would argue it's your philosophy is working, right? You're connecting with your customer base.
Yeah, because sometimes people do want to see you like on a personal level, not just like strictly business. And that's what we do. So yes, I run the social media also with Gina and like with the team too, because we all share our ideas together. We have our weekly Monday meetings in the morning, and then we discuss like what's going to be posted this week, what's going to be different. And so we try to collaborate, get those ideas, and then, okay, this is going to be posted this day, this is going to be posted at the end of the week, and then we can schedule our posts and what's going to be posted.
Do you physically post them, or do you use a third party that you load into and it does the auto posts?
We physically post them.
Okay. What is your maybe the most liked or favorited, if that's a word, favored. Favored, thank you. It was a late night last night. Post. What gets the most kind of traction that you see?
Like our videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to pay attention to the views. Maybe someone might not like it, but they're always watching. So it's kind of interesting to see that, because you're always going to get the view, but not everyone's always going to like the post, but at least we're engaging to that many people. So we like posting the videos.
Angelo's posts, we've done a couple of on-field ones, and they've gotten some really high views. So him breaking cement to replace a skimmer, like you don't see that every day. A lot of companies don't even do that. Or like when he's installing a heater or fixing a pool pump or installing a filter, like you're seeing him in action, not like a before and after, even though before and after is good because some people don't know like what the before actually looked like until they see it. But you see him in action actually doing it. And yes, we cut the clips to just get the main focused items you want us to show, but at the same time, people are seeing what we do. So not only are we retail, but we're actually the service side as well. So we're promoting ourselves, we're promoting the business, we're promoting the products, we're promoting outside service, but we still try to keep it like in a fun way, like Nicole said.
Yeah.
So yeah, we split up the post. So there could be a post on shock explaining it, but then the next post might be like a video of like why to use it or how to use it, you know. Same with the equipment. We may have a before and after picture, but then the next video might be like an actual install. So we try to keep it fresh and keep it different. But yeah, I think for the most part, it's the live action videos that, you know.
And what's really funny was Angelo, he just did a skimmer repair this week. He broke cement and did that whole thing. But leading up to it, he showed the customer our video that we had on Instagram, the whole process of it. And then do you want to explain on what she said after?
Oh, yeah. So like a typical skimmer job takes about like 3 to 4 days, depending on the work that has to be done. Yeah, then I showed her the 30-second video on Instagram and she was like, okay, like she got comfortable because she knew I know the work.
You could do it.
Yeah, but at the end she was like, oh, your video may seem so easy. It was so labor intensive.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because he does the skimmers by himself. So he doesn't bring help along. He does it by himself.
One-man team.
Yeah, we book him out those 3 to 4 days because we know that's how long it's going to take. And then Mike will do like the service calls in between. But he is focused. It's only him. And he's so detailed that even if it takes the 4th or 5th day, it's fine. Book him out just so he can finish it. Because Angelo's the type of person where if it's not done right the first time, it's not worth going out there. Just do it, get it done. And then, of course, then we have customers call and they're like super happy. They're grateful. They're appreciative. Yeah, that's what we want to hear.
Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double-locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high-range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading, vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Today we're talking to Javier Pian with Pian Pools out in San Diego, California. Excited to have him on today. So good morning, Javier. How are you doing?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing terrific.
Yeah?
Excellent day. Love being out here. Had a good time last night. Doing some videos with you and hanging out and doing coffee and food and all that stuff.
How'd you like that summer moon?
Oh, my God.
John, you should have seen him.
Yeah. Do you even sleep?
You know, here's the problem that we have.
What's in that moon milk, man?
John is probably the worst influence, Zach.
Yeah.
Because he's in the West Coast. So automatically he's 2 hours earlier, right? And then homeboy sleeps like, 3 minutes a night, maybe, if I'm like on a good night.
Yeah,
so
it's bad.
He'll be sending me messages at 2 o'clock in the morning, just, hey, Edgar, I got an idea. What if we do this?
You've become quite the night owl over the years, though.
Yeah, but it's because of John, because he's always sending me messages that late.
Yeah, last night we were out till 7:30, 8 o'clock? Night owl.
And then that was it. Javier was ready to go because it was a concert with Fleetwood Mac tribute band.
Yeah.
And we finished eating and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, let's go out there. So he runs out there, right? And this is a family place. He starts taking off his shirt and swinging it around like that to where security had to come over and get us, John, and be like, guys, you need to calm down.
That didn't happen. Come on now. Come on. I had my shirt off inside the restaurant.
So anyway, so everybody stay tuned. We will give you guys a little bit more details as we get closer. So Javier, obviously we know who you are. I think a lot of people in the industry know who you are, but we've got a lot of the younger crowd into the industry. We just had a company telling us that they're new into here. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So obviously I know how to work on millivolt heaters, so we go back a long ways. I started Pian Pools in 1987. I was 21 at the time. I started cleaning pools when I was 17 and had an opportunity to buy a route from my boss, and we did that. It took about 2.5 years to pay it off. And the one thing, like looking back, I've always loved this industry. Cleaning pools and just there's new stuff. Even today, there's new stuff like looking at Zach trying to figure out a password. This is new technology and we're just getting bombarded with it. So this is the type of industry that just keeps evolving, keeps changing. We were at the Jandy class this week earlier, learning the new stuff and the new pumps and heaters. And it's just a great evolution. So we're in San Diego, and as I said, we've been around since 1987. And really, I think the only thing that I would like to just contribute is that I've just always tried to run the most professional company I could, even from day one when I didn't know what I was doing. That just always was in the back of my head. But yeah, we're in San Diego, out in Santee, doing our thing.
So how specifically did you get into the pool industry? You started
by accident, like most of us do. When I was in high school, I had a custodial job just for gas money type stuff that I would go to after school, and the company was moving. And I had my big gas guzzling car, and so they're going to move across town. I'm not going to drive this beast. Half my paycheck goes to the gas at $1.87 a gallon. So I went to this career development center. They teach you how to do interviews, and they give you the job leads after you complete the course. And there was this opportunity for some type of custodial work at the airport for a company called Marriott Host. So I go out to the San Diego airport and I go to the interview, and it's like, oh yeah, there's a mistake. I had a tie on and the whole thing. And it's just, I'll know the job was for like an AC repair guy. And I don't know anything about that. So it's like, okay, if something else comes up, we'll let you know. So I'm driving home, and there's this other lead for a pool company in North Park. It's like literally on my way home. So I'll just check it out. And my first instinct was that wasn't my first choice because they started at 6 in the morning. I'm like, I don't want to start at 6 in the morning. Screw that, And so I get there and go to the address. The guy was working out of his house. I knock on the door and no one's there. It's like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't meant to be. So as I'm leaving, he pulls up in the truck. He's like, hey, are you here for the job? Yeah. You want to start tomorrow? Okay. And literally like that. And so I worked for this company called Freeway Pools back in those days, like 1985 or 84 actually. And then I worked for him for 2.5 years, and my boss was going to sell the company. And by that time, at 20 years old, I was doing the billing. So I worked for him, let's say 2.5 years. And he used to rotate the routes every 6 months. So I was like the only one left that knew all the customers and all the routes. So he said, look, if you help me train these buyers, he just pieced them out one at a time. I'll let you buy a route and I'll let you pay it off over 5 years. I think it was like $23,000 back then. And I didn't have that kind of cash like in my pocket like we do right here. Money was spilling out of your car when you opened the door today. And so
it fell out of your side of the truck.
Okay, cool. So of course we carved out the nicest ones that were geographically convenient for me, and then helped train all the buyers and bought my route on time. And I thought, I'm not going to, I saw what he went through having employees. I think he had 6 or 7 employees. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to, my game plan was get up early, do my pools, be off at 12 or 1, maybe do a couple repairs, and go to the beach and learn how to surf or something like that. That was my business plan. And about 10 months into it, we hired our first guy, and then now we're like 20-something employees, and that didn't work out, the original business plan.
Isn't it? Today we have a special episode coming to you from our visit to the Western Pool and Spa Show out in Long Beach, California. We talked to Sarah and Damien with Foothill Pool Care from Arizona. Got a great story on some of the things that they did for their business, especially when we're talking about profitability. Sarah, we were talking to you. You took the class, or you took it was the business strategy class that we were doing? Yes, the business strategy class. And so after the class, you kind of came and shared an amazing story with me. And, we talk about obviously making sure that everything that we do as a business, we make money, we focus on the profit. And so you did something that was really cool, and it's one of my favorite stories because we're always talking to people. How can you be different? How do you look at your business? How do you really kind of find that profit without having to do more work, right? Can we turn things into a profit center and really make more money? And so you shared the story with me with something that you guys did, especially during COVID. So I want to share this on the podcast. So can you for those that are still waiting, right? Because there's people that are waiting from the. So everybody, we did not spill the tea in the classroom. We made everybody wait. We made it a cliffhanger and told them that they needed to listen to the podcast in order to be able to hear what it was that they did. So can you share with us what it was that you guys did?
Yeah, so when the tab factory burnt down in 2020, we got a call from our BDR, so our salesperson from Pool Corps, and was like, hey, we need to come up with a plan. So at the time we were servicing about 650 pools, and our tabs were included in the cost of service. So we realized we were going to be in big trouble with the shortage and the cost increase that was about to come. So we came up with a plan to buy the original NSF approved liquidator from HASA, and through him we came up with the amount that we had to buy to get them at $150 per unit, which was 207. So we placed an order for 207 units. We also at the time bought a 1,000-gallon chlorine tank and set up a mini bulk delivery order and started filling our own chlorine in the back lot of our shop. And when they came in, we assembled all of them and started installing them immediately into people's pools. And we rented them out to all of our customers at $10 a piece. So we gave the customers an option to convert to salt, purchase and buy their own tabs, or rent this liquid chlorination system for their pool. And so we built them all, installed them, and then had a huge learning curve that came with it. And we struggled for the first few months, but we knew that that's what we had to do to save our business, because we were never going to be able to stockpile enough tabs to do it for our customers. To this day, we still have 197 of them that are rented. With the cost of chlorine increasing with COVID and over the last couple of years, we increased the cost to $20 per unit. They vary now. If we have to buy a new one now for a customer to use, some have broke, we charge them $40 a month to do it, but we still rent them out to customers. So we get about $75,000 a year in extra revenue just from renting the liquidators that we started with in the spring of 21 when we got them already.
Okay, so I'm just giddy over here, by the way, just to let you know, this is the stuff that excites me. Today we are talking to Raypak, the entire training team. Look at this. This is awesome to have you guys all here. We have Brad, Dave, Ken, and we have TJ all the way out from Florida. TJ, good morning. How you doing?
Very good. How you doing today?
I can't complain. I got the whole Raypak crew in the studio.
How'd you pull that off?
I don't know, but I'm a little bit worried because they're a little bit quiet this morning, Zach, or is it just me?
They're just waiting to go.
They're just waiting to go? Because yesterday they wouldn't shut up. And then this morning, they're all looking at me, TJ. Like, you should see this. They're looking at me with puppy eyes.
I'm watching them. It's a little like an execution line. It's going to be okay, brother. Stay of execution. You're going to be fine.
Like a blindfold and a cigarette, please.
Tombstone Pizza Pier.
You know the face that they have, TJ? They have the face like if HR is waiting for them outside the room as soon as the podcast is over. That's the look that they have. You know what? Everybody. Go ahead, TJ. I'm sorry.
I know that look. I'm usually outside the HR office, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I just took a picture of it to post it because they just have that scared face on there. So, Dave, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm excellent. And you?
I can't complain. I got pulled over by the cops this morning, and I can't complain.
I did not.
Ooh. You did not?
I actually beat them here, and I left after they did.
Is that a true story?
Dave
was
like...
trailer.
I was pulling a trailer.
He was pulling a trailer.
What did you do? Outrun the cops?
I took the express.
Uh-huh.
They stayed in the frontage road.
Oh, and they stayed down. Gotcha. Gotcha.
He knows his way around Dallas.
So you
we don't know what we're doing here.
You outsmarted them at their own game.
I'm the lay of the land.
There you go.
I made the mistake of following AI.
Ken, good morning. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
How you feeling today?
Fantastic.
Fantastic?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Looking forward to this.
Yeah?
Should be a fun day.
It'll be a great day. And Akshaya wasn't supposed to be on camera today, and Zach
They
came.
begged me to be on. Here we are.
Zach came over, and Zach's all like, "Akshaya needs to be on. Put her on." I'm like, "Oh,
Look, Spider decked it all out. We got mics and seats, and
we're all
full
set,
table
right?
now. Yeah,
Yeah, we got that.
Backdrops.
We got it all. I'm just hoping that they break out of this because they just seem a little.
Hey, man,
nervous.
we'll get rolling.
We'll get rolling.
We're just doing the introductions here.
We're just doing the intros.
I keep checking my watch. Are we almost done? Can we go?
I think the word you're looking for is sullen.
Sullen.
Brad, good morning.
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I am great. I couldn't be better.
Yeah?
I couldn't. So, quick question.
All right.
And I want you to be honest.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
Go on.
The first time we met, I remember him he was on the Zoom and he's like sitting there like, who is this clown that we're talking to? What are they making me do now? And next thing you know, how many trips have you done out here now? This is your second or your third trip?
My second time here in this room.
Uh-huh.
And then we were doing filming some other stuff. And so there's been, I think, 3 of those.
Mm-hmm.
I'd lose track. Out here, it's like, oh, we're going to Dallas again? Okay.
But the question is, are you at least now when you go, hey, you're going to Dallas, do you get excited? Or do we fall on the same list of, oh, here we go again?
We know we're going to go to Norma's and then we're going to go to Sun Boost. So we're like, if no content happens, we'll at least have a good time with Edgar.
You guys are the low end of the visit at this point. I think, this is great, but then we have to go hang out with the Pool Nation dudes and... No, look, man, you're not wrong when they first came on board. And, hey, we're going to partner with Pool Nation, and what are you talking about? Who? What are we doing? You want me to, okay, now I got to go to, okay, yeah, because I didn't have enough to do. Now I got to go to Dallas. So, no, you have become elevated in my estimation, all right? Now that I know what's going on, because I was not front-loaded with a whole lot of information, they were just like, and here you go. What? All right. What? Who? Now I get it. Now I understand what we're doing, and I have a great deal of appreciation and estimation for what it is that Pool Nation is accomplishing and what we're looking to do. Because I've 30 years in this business, and there's always that, the pool guy. Like that was some guy who came in and swept the driveway and left. It always bothered me that person wasn't held with a little more respect. Because you got somebody in your backyard working on your swimming pool, taking care of the water that you're going to immerse your children in. Do you really need to not think that individual is a professional? And I see what you folks do here as an elevation of the industry. It is an elevation of the individuals in the industry to the point where we should be. This is a profession. We're not out here. Sometimes I ask people in my class, I'm like, how many of you are in the swimming pool industry because you just needed a hobby, you don't have anything better to do? And I get nobody, because of course, no, this is how we make our living. This is how we keep roofs over our head. It's a profession. We need to see ourselves that way. And I understand that you folks do that. And that's what we're trying to do here. And God bless you.
Thank you. And we appreciate your partnership. Every time that we do something and we get to reach out to Raypak, we know that Brad's coming. It's just a weight off of our shoulders, right? Because we know it's going to be gold. It's going to be entertaining. That's for sure. Always, right?
In a few minutes, I'm going to sing some show tunes for you. And then Ken's going to tap dance on the table. It's going to be great. Stay tuned.
Please start off with something from Cats.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation Podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. Poolmanuniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry. A pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at poolmanuniversity.com.